Warning: the following progress was made by an amateur player. Please do not attempt anything shown here. Your XP rates will be low. Welcome to another episode of Ironman. What I'm going to start this episode off with is the Tybor One-Eye Trio quest. The reason I'm doing that is I haven't fished in a while and I actually have run out of all my food sources. It's really annoying having to go and buy potatoes from the Warriors Guild, and I have a lot of homework I've been procrastinating on. So between that and the 70 prayer grind with the green dragons that we talked about last episode, need a lot of AFK stuff to do. And that is Tybor One-Eye Trio quest completed. Getting 2 quest points and some various XP. Don't think we'll get any levels here. Let's see. Nope, not quite. I thought we were really close fishing wise. I think we actually go talk to one of the brothers and he'll give us fishing XP. So I did this whole spiel only to realize my recorder wasn't going. So we went and talked to one of the brothers, got 5k fishing XP and got 66 fishing and a total level of 1400. Getting pretty close to that 1500. So I'm pretty happy to be done with the quest. We can now do a lot of AFK fishing. And because I have completed the quest now, I can use the teleport scrolls that I've gotten from Clue Scrolls to come to this village, so it's going to be very convenient for us. Wow, it's been a hot minute since I recorded. I've made a decent amount of progress, not as much as I should have. Honestly, I haven't been playing RuneScape all that often. But there are a few things that we've been working on. So, first off, as I talked about at the end of last video, we are wanting to get 70 prayer for the Mauritania Hard Diaries. Now, I did the math. I have a ton of ensouled heads. Let's see. That's right. During that Black Mask grind, I got 58 of these. So I figured if I use most of these, and if I have 1k D-bones and use them at the Chaos Altar, assuming I don't die a bunch and lose a ton, we should only need about 1,000 D-bones and that total to get 70 prayer. So we're up to 537. So we're about halfway there. Not too far to go. And in the process, we're getting some good green dragon hides, so later we'll get some crafting XP. Now some other things I'm working on. Of course, in the beginning of the video, I believe I did Tybor One-Eye Trio quest. I needed some food, so we fished a little over 1k karambwans. I've cooked like half of them, so we'll continue to cook those and get some levels in the future. And one other thing I'm looking forward to is working on my crafting. Now, I've been claiming buckets of sand pretty often from Bert daily. I think you get 80 per day. So we're up to about 4,000, and we've also been farming giant seaweed. Each of these counts for, I believe, 6 soda ash. So we almost have those matched up. So by the time it is time for us to do some crafting, we'll be able to get a ton of XP. We got a hard clue casket. I'm going to open it in the wilderness because I like to live life on the edge. Oh yes! The Rune Helm H2. I need one of those for clues so bad. Okay, let's not die. There we are, coming in with level 60 farming. Yes, can now grow yew trees. Pretty excited to level up my farming a little bit more. Let's see, I want to say it's at 62. We can grow Snapdragon. I have like 25 seeds in the bank, which is just insane. Really glad that I got the Rogue's outfit. Now that I've been able to go and pickpocket the Master Farmer, been able to get a lot of Ranar seeds. So I have like 100 Ranars in the bank. So by the time we actually hit Barrows, we're going to have a ton of prayer potions. Oh, I knew I saw it come over here. Come here, you cheeky dragon impling. Oh, come on. Please don't go up the mountain. Don't. No. Come on, go that way! No! Yeah, this sucks. I have absolutely no idea where it went. Well, now that I'm kind of upset, it'd be nice to get at least a decent reward. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. We are now finally done with our green dragon grind. A beautiful 1,013 dragon bones and 827 green dragon hide. Just want to price check that for fun. So just from the bones themselves, about 2.5 mil with the green D hide, up to about 3.7 mil total. That's insane. I'm pretty stoked to be able to use those. Tons of prayer XP coming our way. Now, I had a couple clues in the bank. I got 2 more hard clues from green dragons. There was 1 or 2 I couldn't complete, but I was able to do 2 of them. And I had a beginner, an easy, and a medium in my bank, so I thought, hey, let's just do this all at once. I'm a big fan of how you can stack caskets now and open a bunch at a time. So this is my first beginner clue since they've added those, so we'll start off with that. Bare feet, what? What? That's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. For the easy, steel kite shield trimmed, amulet of magic. Man, cannot complain. Getting some sweet uniques. Now for the medium. Just some adamant, not very good. And for these 2 hards, got first one, just rune items. And wow, those hard clues were really disappointing, not gonna lie. First little milestone of the prayer grind, level 55 prayer. And there is our second milestone level, 60 prayer. Once we do King's Ransom, we will have access to, we can wear vestment souls and stuff. Be able to activate Chivalry. Now there's a ton of peak errors coming on right now. Kind of sucks to be honest, so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue straight doing this prayer. I might have to wait until I can do it a little bit later at night. Now, I did mention earlier that my dragon bones won't quite get me to 70 prayer, but I'm thinking the ensouled heads I have in my bank will make up the difference. So I spent the past little while getting 60% in the House Arceus favor. This is the first time I've really gotten favor in any of the houses. Still kind of new to a lot of the Zaya content, kind of weird. It's already been out for a couple years, but glad to get that out of the way. Now that we have 60%, we have access to the spell book, and by the time I use a bunch of the ensouled heads, we'll actually be able to get it up to 100% and lock it. There we are with level 65 prayer. Only 5 more levels to go, but we still have quite a bit of XP left. Well, I'm kind of disappointed. After using all of our bones and our ensouled heads, we are 19k away from 70 prayer. So close. So, gonna go kill a couple green dragons, get some more bones, and we should have this finished off before long. And that is it. 70 prayer achieved. Right as a... Okay, I thought he was a PK. But now that we are done, if we go and do the King's Ransom quest, and then I forget the name, there's a mini quest you have to do afterwards, we'll have access to both Chivalry and Piety. That is King's Ransom completed, getting an assortment of XP. Use this XP lamp, we get 5k XP, any skill over 50, so of course, using that straight on Herblore. So now we can do the Knight's Training Ground little mini game, and then once we do that, we'll have our prayers. Just barely completed the training grounds, fairly easy, but we did get a lot of XP. 20k in basically all our melee skills, bring us up to 74 attack. And now we can use these prayers. Hold on, do you hear that?
Oh god, it's so good.
Now that we have Piety unlocked, the last major obstacle I have to overcome as far as completing the Mauritania Hard Diaries is going to be getting 50 construction. I'm going to need 50 to build a portal room in my house. The only problem is I don't have any money, so my thought process is using a bunch of my seaweed and buckets of sand in the bank, I can do some glass blowing, get up to 57 crafting. Now with 57, I can craft green dragon hide vamp braces with the green dragon hide I have left over from my prayer grind. So once I do that, I'll be able to alch those and make a fair bit of money that should be more than enough to get me up to 50 construction. Just chopping some oak logs to make some planks and just achieved level 60 wood cutting. Can now cut down yew trees. Show you what I have in the bank really quick. I made a couple green dragon hide vamp braces and alch them. I made up to about 400k. That should be enough to convert all of my oak logs into planks to get 50 construction. And we only need about 1500 logs, so all we have to do is convert those all into planks, and then we can get the XP rolling. The first of many levels, there we go with 30 construction. Only 20 more levels to go. We're just starting off with this one room, so I'm kind of excited to go and format my house and really build it up to be something cool. And that is level 35. These lower levels things are kind of slow, but we're making some good progress. Here we are with level 40 construction. Pretty stoked about this because now I can use a butler servant instead of this cook. That way things will be much more efficient. Level 45 construction. Only 5 more to go. Getting close. I completely forgot, but I realized I had 5 long bones in the bank and a curved bone. If I go turn those in for XP, that'll give me exactly 29k, just enough to get me up to 50 construction. Look at that beautiful XP drop. 29k. And that's 50 construction. Awesome, now we can go build our portal to complete the task. Man, sometimes I forget how expensive construction can be. The runes needed for these portals cost quite a bit. Now here I have the Carol portal that is useful going to Canifis, because there's not really a way to get there other than the Ectophile or going through the fairy rings that's very close. So nice to have that. We got one going to the Grand Exchange through Varrock, where we could switch that to Varrock Square if we ever need to. And we have one going to the Korend Castle that'll be very useful for Slayer. So very happy to have this portal room. I'm finally getting to the point where I'll be using my house, and it'll just make the quality of life, much better. Anyways, let's enter this portal. And there we are with a hard task in the Mauritania area. So the next thing on my list is to complete the Mauritania medium diaries. I haven't done those yet. I think I have 2 or 3 tasks left to go. I have all the requirements, so it should go by pretty fast. And then for the hard diaries, I have all the requirements, except I do need to mine mithril, and I need 55 mining for that. So I only need 2 levels. We'll be able to get that pretty easily. I did find out that I had to complete 2 quests in order to finish the diaries. First one is in aid of the Myrique. We did most of it a little while back, so we just finished that up. The next and last one will be Dwarf Cannon. That is the Dwarf Cannon quest completed. In the future, when I have enough money, I can finally get my own. Being an Ironman, you have to go through some pretty ridiculous grinds. Now, you would think at this point I'm used to it. Nope. I'm a lazy person and I love cutting corners. Anyways, thankfully I was able to find some Dwarven Stouts in my bank. Being an Ironman, pretty much anything that you pick up or get is useful at some point, so I tend to hoard everything. Now why this is important is because if I drink this, I will temporarily boost 2 mining levels and be at 55 so that we can mine the mithril ore. Now I was just here at the Motherlode mine trying to level up my mining, and it's so slow, and I can't be bothered to do it by making stews to boost, so this is perfect. Here we are with the medium diaries completed, and for that we get the Mauritania legs too. Now as far as rewards go, we get 5 daily teleports to the slime pit beneath the Ectofontis, and the legs act as a ghost speak amulet whenever we wear them, so that's kind of nifty. Robin will also offer 13 free buckets of slime and 13 pots of bone meal in exchange for bones each day, and we get 5% more Slayer experience in the Slayer Tower. Now as always, we got our XP lamp in addition, and this one is worth 7,500 experience. Herbalore as always. That'll bring us up to 59 Herbalore. For the last hard task, we have to pray at the nature altar with piety activated. I thought it was fitting to save this one for last because it was by far the hardest one to get the requirements for. So there we are with the hard tasks completed. Let's go claim our reward. Now that we have completed the hard diary, we get our Mauritania Legs 3 and some pretty insane rewards to boot. So starting off, we get unlimited teleports to Bird de Rot, which is perfect because it's right next to Barrows and it includes a bank. We also get the Bone Crusher, which can be charged with Ecto tokens, and it makes it so that whenever we kill a creature that drops bones, it will automatically bury those bones and we will get half the prayer experience for it. Robin will also offer 26 free buckets of slime, 26 pots of bone meal in exchange for bones each day. We get double the Mortmire fungi when casting Bloom, which will be important for collecting secondaries and training Herbalore later on. We also get 50% more prayer experience from burning shade remains and access to a shortcut on Mosla Harmless Island. Now the main reward we were after is we get 50% more runes from the Barrows chest. So when I'm grinding it out, we're going to have a lot of runes left over. And the last reward, we get 7.5% more Slayer experience in the Slayer Tower while on task. Now finally, we have another XP lamp, Now this one will give us 15k in any skill over level 50. So that will almost get us to another herb lore level 5k away from 60. I think it's time to celebrate by doing a couple barrows chests. Making a few prayer potions in preparation. It's a tongue twister. We got level 60 herbalore and can now make weapon poisons and use Noxifer. I have no idea what that even is. Thought I'd show this first chest here. Kind of curious at how many runes I'll get. Well, we got a ton of mind runes. I'll give it that. Oh! Guthin's chain skirt. First Guthin's piece, man. On chest 71. Very nice. That's an awesome piece. What is that chest? Ew. Yes! Darok's plate legs. Boy, we have been going on a dry streak. On chest 98. Our first DH piece. Very nice. Coming in with the loot for chest number 100. And some death runes, could always use those. Now, out of the 5 pieces I have so far, I have 3 leg pieces and still no helmet. So it'd be nice if we can get one of those. Kind of a cool little milestone here, just to give you an idea of how many runes I'm getting. I just hit 10,000 chaos runes. That's crazy. My Torag's legs just broke, and now I'm really sad. No! 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 What? What? Are you kidding me? I just got a free replacement. What in the world? What are the chances of that? Making some more food for barrows, and we just got level 70 cooking. Wanted to do a little bit of Slayer just to end off the episode. I believe we did about 50 barrows chests. We're up to chest count 115. Now, as you can tell, we haven't been getting super lucky with drops, but we've been pretty much hitting the average drop rate, so I can't really complain. The reason I started recording now is because I did just hit level 75 attack, completely missed the level. Now we can pretty much equip every single melee weapon in the game, kind of a cool accomplishment. So I'm going to finish off this Dagonoth task. I did just get a medium clue, and we'll probably get another task and see how that goes. We got 1 brimstone key from that last task. Get 32 uncut diamonds, not too terrible. Let's get another task. 137 worms. Interesting, never killed those before. I'm a little disappointed we were not able to do our medium clue. I need a blue d'hide body. It's a drop of 1 out of 64 from brutal blue dragons, and that's just not going to happen. I don't have the crafting level for that. So we're going to drop that clue, but I do have a beginner and an easy casket. Not really expecting much, but it's fun to open them. Yeah, that's so bad. And then the easy one. Oh, what the heck. That's going to wrap up this episode. Had a ton of fun doing barrows and completing the Moritania Hard Diaries. I'm still kind of salty about getting those duplicate Thorax plate legs, but that's okay. We got plenty of time to do barrows, so excited. Next episode, I think I'm going to start working on my crafting a little bit, try and do lunar diplomacy, do some more Slayer and barrows, of course. And I do also want to look at doing the medium clue grind for the Ranger boots, so probably looking at that. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Love you. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Making a few prayer did it again. Making a few prayer what the heck? Prayer potions.